Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. Today we're doing a how to build on the Halloween Merlin. This is the Ragnarok variant of Merlin. What I mean is the base variant of Merlin is, well, this Merlin is Ragnarok. So she does share relic outfits, weapons, headgears, all that kind of stuff as well. Of course she shares gear as well, but she also shares the same armor. Stats wise, I'm pretty sure she also shares them as well, but they're not too bad. She's got good pierce rate, well, for an old character. Resistance is actually quite, if not very low. Crit chance is okay, crit damage is not bad for a non-DPS based character. Crit resistance is on the lower side, crit defense is very low, lifesteal is actually super high, 21% lifesteal is kind of insane. Onto her skills. So, she is a, like, semi-support DPS. What I mean by that is, in her passive, when we get to it, she has a lot of, like, support, but DPS as well. So, on to our first skill, which is a standard pierce single target skill, which does quite good damage. Her AoE skill is it's a debuff at level 2, level 1 does nothing, level 2 it disables all AoE skills, that includes buffs, debuffs, ultimates as it says there. So the only thing they can use is single targets, so what that means is, let's just say you're versing the new Gotha, he goes first, he gets rank up on his AoE, no, he gets rank up, so now he's got level 2 rank up, which you can use on his entire team. If you seal it, can't rank up, and because, you know, he can't rank up, he can't cleanse. Of course, if they have melee, they can just cleanse it with melee, but if you've got, let's just say, another debuffer on your team, you can, of course, debuff and then play this. That means melee remove the other debuff instead of this debuff. So, level 1, no effect. Level 2, 1 turn, and it's single target skills. They can only use single target skills. And at level 2, it's 2 turns, and once again, are still only single target skills. Onto the ultimate, which is decrease HP related stats of all enemies by 30%. That doesn't matter with the ult level. Once again, I'll show you at 6.6. Still 30%. And does 440 damage. This, of course, this ult is not built for DPS, this is built for support. It's quite good against Gelda, because Gelda, of course, increases HP and she wants a lifesteal, so if you remove, 30% HP related stats, A, she can't lifesteal, and B, she's going to be losing 30% of her max HP, which is, for Gelda, a lot, because that is her damage source, of course. And onto our passive, which really, it's quite a short passive in comparison to the ones we have nowadays, but it's quite a good passive. Increase unknown race allies' basic stats by 5%, and the hero's pierce rate by 20% for each unknown race. What that means is for every unknown, she gives your entire team 5% basic stats, and she gives herself 20% pierce rate. So, a standard team, 15% increased basic stats, and an increase of 60% pierce rate just for herself. Of course, once again, it's only unknowns, it doesn't count sins, unfortunately. If allies participating in battle are all unknown race at the start of the battle, at the start of the allies' turn, the hero's skills are ranked up, and the hero's pierce rate is increased by 8% for 2 turns. What this means is, if I go to training, will that happen? It should happen in training, because technically she's the only one on the field. Yeah, there you go. It ranks up and it gives her a pierce rate buff. Try her gold skill out. So of course this is with only 1 unknown, so she's only getting 20% pierce rate from herself and 5% basic stats. It's not bad for HP defense gear. Bear in mind you're mainly going to be using her in probably Chaos mode, because that is where she will shine. This Merlin is so irritating in Chaos mode, it's unbelievable. So if you've got her, definitely want to level her up. She's irritating, and not only that, she's quite exclusive. But she's also a replacement for Echidna, because of course Echidna used to provide 5% basic stats per unknown. She does the same thing. And of course, this Merlin isn't a collab character, so she's, well, not regularly available, but she's more available than Echidna, so she's quite a good replacement. Also, she could technically be a replacement for Freya as well, because his relic is the thing that gives him the basic stats, so if you're ever doing any sort of unknown content, and you need someone who provides basic stats, you've got this Merlin here who does provide quite good basic stats. 5% per unknown, which is standard, basically. Relic, decrease all enemies' max HP by the value of 100% of the hero's attack. So this works everywhere. It basically just lowers the enemy's HP by the value of her attack. Of course, that's at the start of the battle, not throughout the game. You can't get like 100k attack through like a bunch of buffs, and all of a sudden they lose 100k HP. No, it's just your starting attack. But it's quite good. It works everywhere. Works on demonic beasts, PvP, PvE. Works everywhere. It's kind of nice. There's only a little bit of HP, but in the end, that may make the game sort of thing. Especially if you're versing a team that isn't a stat booster team. So if you're versing, I think every team's a stat booster team now. When I think about it, Fairies has Hellbrum. Humans has too many humans to boost. Goddesses are all stat boosts. Demons technically have stat boosts. They have Gelda and they have Estarossa. Giants, I guess, is the only team that doesn't really have a stat booster and might be quite good against, because I guess they do have Valentine's Day Diane, but that's it, really. On to Gear. So I do have HP defense on her because she is a support character. You wouldn't want to attack crit. Yes, she can put out half decent damage, but you're mainly going to be using her as a support and as a sub DPS if need be, but she's a very good support character. Cool, she increases her pierce rate by a lot. Her passive, so you've got 80% plus 60%, 140% plus on top of her already half decent, so you're looking at 210% pierce rate, which is quite good. Bear in mind she's got a triple pierce rate skill. That's like a pierce rate DPS sort of style thing. The only problem is that the 80% pierce rate you get from the buff only lasts for 2 turns and cannot be replenished after that. So of course she is sort of your sub DPS for turn 1 and turn 2. After that it's gone. If you're versing someone with with Estarossa commandment, you are screwed. If they have buff removal once again, you're immediately screwed. Of course, that is if you go second. If you go first, Estarossa commandment is really going to be your only counter straight away. But no one runs Estarossa commandment. Outfits wise, once again, she has the hero suit, which every Merlin has, and then of course she shares outfits with Summer Merlin and the Ragnarok variant as well. Meaning, if you want all the outfits for her, you will need to max out all of their affinities. And all of their so basically all their affinities. So make sure you have everything. This is the affinity of this Merlin. You've then got the affinity of the, I think this is the affinity of the Ragnarok. This is affinity of Summer Merlin. And then that's an event weapon. And this one you get for URing Miss Merlin. I'm pretty sure you get it for URing or just owning her. But overall, she's actually a very good character. I'd recommend leveling her up. Chaos mode, of course, is where she's going to shine. Not really anywhere else, so of course, if you're not really interested in Chaos mode or PvP in general, she's not probably the best one to level up. Of course, unless you want a replacement for like Echidna, for like, I don't know, Knighthood boss or Final boss, if we need an unknown stat booster, which is what she would be good at. But yeah, that's really it. Thank you for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you next one. Goodbye.